people going into reality.
Mm-hmm.
Just be yourself. Don't try to be something you're not. It's going to give you anxiety, and then you're going to break down crying on television. And let me tell you, crying doesn't look good on television. I know this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of First Rounds and Me. And today we have the pleasure of hosting the unfiltered, the unapologetic, the one and only Corinne Olympios.
Thank you.
A true force in the world of reality TV. We'll get her insights on all things Bachelor Nation and House of Villains, pick her brain on all things dating, get her yucks and yums, and whether women are psycho or really fucking smart. All while putting her in the hot seat with a few rounds of how well do you know yourself, fuck, marry, kill, and first thing that comes to mind, corn. Welcome to the show.
She corned me.
I did my research.
Oh,
Plus, it just made me so happy that was your nickname.
I
Out of all things in this world. I mean, I'm pretty sure that everybody watching knows you and knows about you, but could you tell our listeners a little bit about where you're from and how long you've been in LA?
I am Corinne Olympios. I am from Jersey originally, and I lived in Miami, and then I moved to LA, and then I moved back to Miami, and now I'm back and forth, and I lived in LA for about 4 years, and I've been going back and forth for about 1.5 years now.
Do you like that kind of bi-coastal living, or is there a place that you prefer?
Oh my gosh, I love the bi-coastal living because I can separate work from home life, and I need that like family time and that break time so bad because I just tend to get really caught up in like LA shit, to be honest. And I just need like my time away, and then I can like come back refreshed, ready to like bang out 2 weeks of work.
But you get in like an elevated sense of bi-coastal life because usually it's like New York, LA, and New York's cold, LA is warm.
Yeah.
If you get Miami, LA, it's like that's the cool bi-coastal life. You get warm all the time.
You're giving Joe ideas. Joe's like, let's go to Miami.
I mean, Miami, LA would be way better than New York, LA. Wait, so how long were you in New Jersey for before you went to Miami?
I lived in Jersey until I was 12.
Okay. Oh, so you're at heart a real East Coaster.
Oh, yeah.
Like growing up as a child in New York, New Jersey.
Yep.
That's the thick of it.
Yeah. It was devastating when my parents moved me to the gorgeous oceanfront house that we have. I was devastated. I had no snow days. I had no fall. I had no real Halloween. I was like, where's the snow days? And like, where's all the like kids on the block coming over for hot chocolate? And it's like, I got like a fake ID at like 14 years old. And like my friends from elementary school were like, oh, we went to like our school's football game tonight. Like, what did you do? I was like, I like made out with a bouncer so I could get into life. Two totally different lifestyles.
Two totally different existences.
So was this still grade school? Because I feel like that would be a tough transition in like 6th or 7th grade to like make new friends in 7th and 8th grade.
Gosh, people that know me know how much social anxiety I actually have. And I will never forget my mom dropping me off first day of 6th grade. I walk in, I don't know one single human in Florida. And I walked in and I was like, what is happening? Like, it was so traumatizing. It really was. And I made it my life's mission to sit at the popular girls table. It was exactly how you would imagine it, like Mean Girls. One girl, Sam, at the front head of the table. Right next to her was Alex, and then right next to her on her other side was Lauren. And they sat like that every single day. It was so like, these are our assigned seats. No one else like sits with us without asking Sam. Like, it was very, very.
Do those girls know who you are? I mean, I assume they know who you are now. And it's like,
oh yeah, they know who I am.
It's like you became the popular one, I assume.
Yeah. Well, I made my way to the table, but also always had other friends. Like, they only had their friends. And like, they were nice girls. It was just really weird the way it was like actually out of a movie. Anyways, that was me moving to Florida. It was absolutely traumatizing and devastating, and I had weird friends.
But you thrived. You clearly thrived after the fact.
I thrived a few years later.
Yeah. But I always say people who peaked in high school, that's it, mate. That's the top. That's what, like, the top of where you're going. That's everything else happens.
Not for everybody.
Most people. I feel like that's a rule of thumb.
I peaked in high school. Do you think I'm a loser now?
No.
Okay.
You continuing to peak.
All right. So I'm still on the incline.
Yeah,
okay.
you're good, babe. All right, let's dive into The Bachelor, because I found like your approach on the show sparked both attention and controversy for a lot of different reasons. In fact, an article in People in 2017 went as far as to list 30 of your most outrageous moments on the show. They range from you stealing the first kiss, and I put that in quotation marks, You went topless on your first date with Nick. You refused to partake in the group date, though, to be fair, it was shoveling cow shit. So I wouldn't have done that either. And then you took a nap during the rose ceremony, which is hilarious. How did you feel about being portrayed as the villain?
I really didn't give a fuck. Honestly, I was just like, I am not doing anything. I'm being a normal human. Sorry that all you guys are just like, oh, because there's a camera on me and I'm on TV, I'm going to just gladly go shovel some cow poop, BRB. No.
So do you feel like, because, you know, as a consumer of all this, you see how people are supposed to act when the camera's on. And then when we pull the curtain back and talk to people like you're probably one of the only people that was like, no, in the moment I was myself, off camera, on camera, when I would say 95% of people have a switch. And maybe you were portrayed as a villain, but you were maybe more relatable. And people liked that because it was like, well, she's real. She is who she is.
You just didn't give a fuck in the best way possible, which is how it should be.
Yeah, I feel like I was like very just, because I was so myself, I feel like I was just super, super exactly like relatable. And like people would come up to me and be like, I feel like I know you. Like, can I give you a hug? Like, how was your day? Like having total, like, because I was just so real. I've always been so real on camera, off camera, on social media. People get it. They're like, oh, she's just a normal woman.
Yeah. And I think shoveling cow shit's a perfect example of like, you tell someone on a TV show, hey, pretend you're pretty shoveling cow shit. It's like, okay, cool. The same way we see social media where everyone's like, why is that person's life so perfect and happy? It's like, no, you're just getting a glimpse of what I'm supposed to do, not what actually happened. So I love that where you're just unapologetically yourself.
Yes, always. And sometimes not everybody's going to like that. And not everybody's going to like me, but like I don't care.
So, yeah, but the illusion of being everybody's cup of tea is a silly one. Like, you're never going to be everybody's cup of tea.
But I feel like that's such a big point in life where you're okay is when you realize half the world's going to like me, half the world's going to hate me, and that's it. And a lot of people want everybody to like them. And that's just never going to happen. It's just unrealistic.
Exactly. And I feel like when you really go and look back at like everything that I did, it was all very normal things. And also like the girls always came at me first. I never like went and like came for someone first. I'm always someone to watch. We watch it back and I'm like schooling a girl. I mean, listen, in my defense, I knew Taylor was not a good person. I'm very good at reading people. I'm always the first one to call people out in social media, and then everyone gets mad. And then later on, what do you know? Corinne's right again. You know how many DMs I get about things that I've said in the past that are now just coming out? It is absolutely nuts. I am so good at that. All my best friends, which are two, will tell you how good I am at reading people. And I'm just good at it. And I will call people shit out, and that's it.
Love it.
I love it too. All right, speaking of villains, you're on House of Villains, which was a really fascinating show. I watched like a little snippet. I'm not much of a reality TV person myself, but I watched a little snippet of it and I was like, damn. It's like a lot of going on. Who do you think the biggest villain on that show is?
Whew, that could go many different ways. I think like the biggest like villain that could be a villain behind closed doors, but also a villain up in front of your face is Omarosa. Another big villain that's just a villain behind closed doors, I would say, is honestly Johnny Bananas.
Really?
Yeah, I just feel like the entire time was just a big, giant scheme.
How long has he been going on reality TV?
Mate, forever.
Like 23 years.
Right?
Or something crazy like that.
He's going strong.
But he knows how to play the games. He knows how to do it. Mm-hmm. He knows what he's doing. He genuinely wants to win that money, and he plays the game to do so.
He's smart. There's longevity in his career for a reason, right?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, from competing with other women on The Bachelor and Bachelor in Paradise to being thrown at the bus repetitively by Omarosa, that's how you got eliminated, correct? Because she was like, I'm not going to put any women up, and then she did. Bitch. Would you find yourself more of like a girl's girl, or do you think that you form like stronger and better relationships with men?
I absolutely form the best relationships with men over women. I feel like because of my attitude and the way I am, exactly what we were just talking about, like me being unapologetically myself and just like confident in what I say and just being super real, I feel like girls tend to get a bit bitchy about it. And they're like, very threatened by it. So like it just never goes well. It doesn't help that I'm absolutely gorgeous, but kidding. But you know, I just think girls get catty about shit like that and like just never works out.
It's very funny that you said you're absolutely gorgeous because that was my next question. I was about to say, do you think that your like beautiful outward appearance is in part like contributes to women's dislike of you?
Well, thank you. That's very nice of
You're
you.
welcome.
I was totally kidding, but thank you. Yeah, absolutely. It's because like not only is it like my confidence and personality and just like that I'm fucking hilarious. It's
Love it.
also that I'm just drop dead gorgeous.
Hype yourself up. Everybody has
I
to
mean,
be their
listen,
own.
if you're not nice to yourself, no one's going to be fucking nice to you. So get it together, women. We're all gorgeous, funny, and beautiful.
And you should be able to say it out loud.
Yes, to the world.
Exactly. Fucking love you. All right, this is amazing. All right, so for those considering a journey into the realm of reality TV, what advice would you give them based on your own experience?
Of people going into reality,
Mhm.
just be yourself. Don't try to be something you're not. It's going to give you anxiety, and then you're going to break down crying on television. And let me tell you, crying doesn't look good on television. I know this.
The Kim K thing when she's like, she's got the ugliest crying face ever.
I cried
Poor
so
darling.
bad on House of Villains for like days, and it's just not cute.
Who made you cry?
Omarosa made me cry within the first 5 minutes of being there.
I don't even know her, but she sounds like a bitch.
She's terrible.
Isn't she the one that was on The Apprentice?
Yeah,
That's her
she's
big thing?
absolutely just a walking, living nightmare. Just
Villain. Very
So wait,
absent.
so
No, she's
so it's
worse
not all
than a
TV, like,
villain.
you guys
She's-
actually have real life tension.
I've since then been cordial with her, but
Okay.
do we like each other? If you were asking her these questions about me, she'd say she fucking hated me too.
Okay.
Like on press day, she's talking shit about me to the entire cast and then comes and sits down next to me while I'm putting my lipstick on, getting ready to talk to E. She goes, "You look so stunning."
Oh,
She's like, "You know, just everyone here is jealous of you." And while she's talking shit to the entire cast, and everyone had already just told me. And she comes and sits down next to me and is trying to blow steam up my ass. And I'm like, "Okay."
Tough.
Don't like that two-faced nature of it. Like
It's
if
like they just don't say
yeah,
anything
if
to
you're gonna
me.
be a bitch, just be a bitch. Like, don't come up and try to blow smoke up my ass while simultaneously talking shit behind my back. Literally 2 seconds.
Yeah, the
ago.
publicist was like staring at me like, please don't say
Calm down.
anything. Like,
Everything's fine.
are you okay? Are you okay, Corinne? How's everything? Okay, and moving on. And it was just like so.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, you are, as I like to call it, a CEO, because you're a she and you're a CEO.
Yes.
Tell us about your jewelry line.
So I own a custom beaded accessory line called Aura Sugar Co. I started it during the pandemic and it kind of really took off. Now we are partnering with a bunch of brands, had a bunch of sex, a bunch of
That works.
successful collaborations with other brands, and it's just a really fun little like thing that I have on the side of like my entertainment career. I also truly do love beading and like I love creating things. I've always been super into arts and crafts. My mom was a fashion designer, so I used to like make clothes and bring them to school and sell them. And like, yeah, it just felt like something that like would be like cute for me to have on the side.
Are you
Love that.
wearing the stuff now? Is that it?
I have 2 bracelets on from Aura Sugar Co. today. This one says corn. And then I have our gold beaded with our opal smiley face on today.
See, look.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's whichever way you look at it. It's like
Oh,
kind
I
of like
love
life.
that.
Thank you.
Oh, and we also are just getting into some actual jewelry pieces, which has been super fun. So this ring is also from there.
Very cool. We gotta make sure
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Joey plug this website in the link, please.
Get it, Joe.
Thank you so much.
Of course. All right. Being like a businesswoman within entertainment, within your company, have you ever felt at times that, especially being blonde, I always find this, I used to be like white blonde, that people don't take you as seriously as perhaps they should? And if so, do you kind of use that to your advantage?
Oh, I love this question. I absolutely use it to my advantage. I love when people think I'm dumb and I totally feed into it and I totally act dumb and I just let people think because then I'm just figuring you out the whole time. And it's so funny to watch people get so caught off guard when I just like lay it totally out for them when they thought I had no idea what was going on the entire time.
Must be
I
such
think
a
it's
good
like
feeling.
it's the Oh, put the mic closer to Corinne.
Oh, can you hear me? I'm sorry. Where'd it go? Is it too heavy? Was I speaking too hard?
No, I think it's just rotating it towards you.
Wait, what was I saying?
I have no idea.
I love schooling people.
Oh, I think it's such an important social EQ thing that women have, where it's like you play silly, but you feel them out for a couple of minutes, hours, and then you figure out, okay, what's the easiest path to get around you? And you could play like the dumb girl or the aggressive girl and just figure it out.
The smart woman or anything like that. We had a female entrepreneur in a couple of weeks ago, and she was saying the same thing. She's like, in every scenario, I heard you were just talking about the fact that you read people very well.
Mm-hmm.
You go in and you be like, okay, so I know what role I have to play right here to be able to make it for the best of my advantage. And then you go forth kind of figuring it out. You're right?
He got a little excited over there.
He liked it. He's like, female empowerment. He's all for it. All right, so we also saw that you did a slot at the Improv in Irvine. She's got it. You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of people that would be surprised to see that you like doing stand-up. How was the experience, and what are your other hidden talents that people don't know about?
Well, headlining the Irvine Improv was kind of something my amazing team really wanted me to do for a long time, and really helped me get my actual set written correctly. And everyone was kind of just like, well, there she goes. We don't know how this is going to go, but she's doing it.
Have you always wanted to do it? Like, do you have a comedic nature?
Yes, I do. I didn't know if I could do it, but I had a couple practices. I can't say I had as much practice as, other comedians, but like, I feel like I like to do my comedy in a way that I do my reality. It's like, I'm not going to sit there and practice something 10 million times and make it like an acty thing. Like, my comedy is about me and in my life and things that I've truly like have been through, and like, it's going to come out funnier if I don't practice it. And that's just kind of how it went. And it went so well. And like, it was it was fun when it was over. But right before, let me tell you, it was not fun. I might have shit my pants.
I think that's...
Like, no, not literally, but like almost.
I can't even imagine it. I couldn't do that.
I feel like it's the hardest thing in the world. Like, especially if you're not a comedian. Because comedians, I'm sure they're used to it and they know what they're getting themselves into. But for you, I'm sure that was so out of your comfort zone. And also power to you for being like, I'm going to put myself out there and whatever happens, happens. Yeah. But when you said the first joke, did it land well? And then you were like, okay, it's a good start.
No, it takes a couple of those.
It takes a couple?
Yeah. You're still so nervous.
Do you remember the first joke?
Of my set. It's been a while because I'm going to be reworking my set actually. And I'm going to probably try to go on tour later this year if possible, if my schedule allows me to. But what was my opening joke?
Putting Mark on the spot.
No, it was you have it on your phone. You have my set on your phone.
Somewhere, but I don't have it.
He's like, we're not going to do this right now.
Well, it's funny. We were at the Hollywood Improv a couple weeks ago, and you have the top comedians, and they're so funny. But the host of the show was a kid from Fuckboy Island, and he did a set, and then another kid from Fuckboy Island did a set. But you could tell
Katie Thurston?
There were two guys.
Couldn't tell you, man.
I don't know.
Because Katie Thurston is from the Bachelor and Bachelorette, or she was the Bachelorette, and then she went on F-Boy Island because the exec producer from Bachelor did F-Boy Island, so she went on there, and then I saw she started doing stand-up, so I was curious.
No, it was two guys, but you could tell, like, it was definitely the first time they've ever done a joke before on stage, and it did not hit so well, and I just felt like, not bad for them, but I was like,
no, one of the fellas was pretty funny, but the other one was just,
it was all right, but it was just
so hard. It was really
it was tough.
Were they together on stage?
No, they were one after another. Like they were in between, like the
and the worst part was that Theo Von did a guest pop in and then just like put everybody to shame. And I was like,
that
sucks.
So wow. I would
funny.
Actually curl into a hole and not come out for 6 months if I had just done a set and then Theo Von came out. I would literally cry.
Yeah, it was tough. He came out and everyone was going crazy, and then
I
No,
love him. I
Oh.
Me too.
love him.
I've been trying to introduce him for such a long time, and he finally started listening to his podcast.
Well, I'm 5 years behind the curve, so I
About
just got
everything.
introduced to Hot Ones.
Okay.
So like, she's like, "That's an old thing," and I'm like, "No, it's great." She's like, "No, you missed it by 5 years."
Oh, it's all right.
It's
all right,
okay.
It is, darling. It's fine. You had a clip recently on Instagram with Malcolm Kellner, which was titled "We're Not Psycho, We're Just Really Fucking Smart," and it was. Do you remember the one?
I did. Oh, that wasn't recent. Oh my God.
That was part of my due diligence of.
Well, there
See?
you go.
Which
Um,
one was it? The
It
car
was
one?
the car one, which I found so funny because that literally happened to us 2 nights ago.
Well,
I
it
got
happens all the time.
I got in the car and I was like, "Why is the fucking teat forward? Like, why is it not in my usual position?"
So the reason I pulled it is because it's so fascinating the way that your brains work. Because literally 3 or 4 times she would get in the car, and it happened the other day, where she's like, "Why is the seat pulled up?" I'm like, "The seat has not moved since I've gotten the seat. You were in the seat yesterday." She's like,
It
"I
moved.
know for a fact that this seat moved," and I'm like,
It moved.
"Do you think from the time that I
Listen.
went to go get coffee to come back, like some girl came in the
So
seat?"
I want to know: has that ever happened to you before?
Yes, it has. Yes, it has. When I tell you, well, first of all, I'm a witch, but we're not going to get into that today. But
You're a
I
what?
know things. I'm a witch.
Okay.
I know things. I see things. I see them before they happen. I like read people, as I told you so well. Like I knew every single time any one of my boyfriends were doing even the slightest thing off.
Women's intuition.
No, it's literally insane. Like it is insane the things that I figured out and like caught in my past. It's absolutely nuts.
I feel the exact same way. I don't know if I'm perhaps a witch, but perhaps I'm a little witchy in that
Yeah.
regard. But I feel like my intuition is so fucking incredibly strong, and I notice everything.
Mhm.
Like any small discrepancy, I will know. So like getting to the car the other day, and I was like, it is 4 millimeters
But the
front
fact
when it
is,
shouldn't.
And
not
that
be.
matters. That matters because it means something. It means someone else was in the
It
car.
means that something has gone
The
on.
fact
that
of the
means-
matter
You
is
didn't
that
lean
nothing
over and
moved.
move the seat.
You think it moved.
No, I'm
I'm sorry.
Just,
I'm sorry.
just like last night.
You think it moved.
You're on my phone, and I'm like, "Give me my phone back,"
dating
because I
apps off
wanted
the
to.
phone.
No.
He's a dating app
Oh
owner, so
my
it makes
God,
sense.
you're
But I was
just
deleting
so
them
out
and
of
he snatched
context.
his phone away from me, and I was like,
Because I
That
wanted
was
to play
weird.
Wordle. It just turned 12 o'clock, and then I gave you the phone. I said, "If you want to go through my
All
phone,
right,
go through my
relax.
phone."
Can you recall a time that your intuition really flared off, and then you were told that you were crazy, and then it turned out to be true?
So an ex of mine was this was a long time ago. I like forget exactly how it happened, but something happened and my ex was like, "I'm sleeping at my cousin's house tonight." And I was like, "Okay." Something happened where I was like, this is not true. Like, answer the phone. He's like, "I can't answer because my cousin's sleeping." So I was like, "Go send me a photo." He's taking literally forever to send me a photo. I'm like, "Just take a fucking photo. Like, just take a fucking photo." Like 20 minutes later, I get a photo of him in bed at his cousin's house, which his cousin's house is the neighborhood next door to his. And I just knew. I was like, he went over there and took the photo. And then I was like telling him, I was like, "You're a fucking liar. Like, I know that, like, you didn't just go sleep there. Like, why would you just go sleep there on a Friday night?" Like, it was so weird. And then sure enough, I got a DM the next day, like, "Hey, your boyfriend made me go to his cousin's house to like take a photo real quick." And like, I forget exactly how it happened, but like, I knew. I was just like, this is no. Like, no. And
Did
I
you
was
see
just
what
like, "You're
happened
right."
With
Like,
Alex Cooper. So, she's telling a story about how she caught one of her boyfriends cheating on her. The guy left the phone open, which is like gold for you guys.
yeah.
So she was like, "I'm not gonna just find the girl and like challenge him on it. I'm gonna figure out where the girl works and then figure out when they're gonna meet up." And I'm gonna butcher the story, but I think she was a bartender and he was going to that bar. And she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna meet you at the bar." And he was like, "Oh, she's never gonna know." She got to the bar. The bartender was there. The boyfriend was there. And she was like, "Oh, do you guys know each other?" And he was like, "No." And she was like, "Oh, really?" And then like pulled up the screenshot of the two of them chatting on the phone and just put them like right on the spot. Yeah.
Wow.
Men are dogs. That's just my personal opinion. I want to know, going forward, because you've dated some people who were in the public eye, for like your forever relationship, would you prefer them to be someone else that is being in the public eye on television, or would you prefer them to be kind of like an unknown?
I just prefer a normal guy like not normal. I just mean like a guy that is like loving me and caring about me, whether he's in the public eye or not. And that's just all, like someone who's just gonna treat me right. That's like all I want. I've just been through the ringer in this dating world, and I've been through some shit. So like I'm just over the shit. Just treat me right and like tell me I'm pretty
Every single day.
Do you when you meet a new
every
guy,
hour.
when you meet a new guy, do you give him the benefit of the doubt of like, okay, this is clean slate, I trust you, or is it like, I know from my past experiences what men are and what they do?
Oh no. Everyone gets a fair shot
Okay.
until you
Okay.
do something fucked up.
You don't have like a secret eyebrow raised. You're trying to go into it just being like based off your past experiences.
No, I can't go into stuff like that. Again, like I am like with people, it's like I'll never come for you first, like unless you fuck up first.
Mm.
Like I'm never gonna be the one to start anything. Everyone for me gets a fair chance.
I love
And now,
that.
are you looking for a relationship, or do you enjoy being single right now?
I'm seeing someone right
Oh, you
now.
are, okay.
Oh,
But yeah, we'll
Nice.
see where it goes. You never know. I like to keep my private life separate from my work
Can
life.
you just tell me? Hannah knows I'm a big meet cute guy. Can you just tell us how you met? You don't have to say any names or anything, but I'm always fascinated by how people met.
I met him randomly in my pajamas at a bar in Bimini, which is
Bimini
an island in the Bahamas.
Very cool. Okay.
in
Love it.
pajamas though,
In
that's real
pajamas.
cute.
In pajamas, no makeup, hair everywhere. It was a disaster. But my sister was having a moment and was like, we're going out right now. And I was like, okay, half asleep. Took a golf cart over to the bar and we were just like, gonna just drink and like whatever. And he was like, hey, you want a shot? And then,
The rest is history.
well, actually, we didn't really start talking until months later,
Oh,
which was super
really?
weird. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure the greater general public is very excited.
Well, we'll
For
see.
one day.
We're not talking about it anymore.
No,
Moving
no.
on.
Moving on. All right. So imagine Joe and I set you up on a date, right? What would be the perfect drink, the perfect time, and the perfect place, and also who's the perfect man? And
Perfect time is 8 p.m.
love it.
Perfect drink is a dirty martini with blue cheese olives, Tito's extra dirty. Place, definitely a dark kind of bar vibe. Love like a red booth, old Hollywood feel kind of bar. Nothing too fancy for like the first time. It's just too much.
I agree.
And then what was the last part? Perfect man?
Perfect man.
Honey, there is no perfect man.
That's the best answer you could have ever said. All right. So we always like to ask people this, like, would you date yourself? So say, for instance, you would.
No.
Why?
No.
Why so adamant with the no?
I am so a lot.
You're the first person that was so perfect. Where everyone's like, of course, like I love this by myself. This, you're like, absolutely
I'm
not.
real. No one loves herself that fucking much. Okay, we all hate ourselves a little fucking bit,
Yeah.
right?
True. We do.
Well, I guess let's see if you know yourself.
Yeah. I want to know if you know yourself. Right?
Oh, I know myself.
Well, do you though? I'm gonna.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna ask you some questions, and I want you to finish
What
you
I
answered.
said.
Yeah. Okay. So
Oh God, this is
This is a softball though. I feel like you're gonna be able to get this.
Okay.
In the opening line for your season of The Bachelor, you said this iconic line. What is it?
It my opening line.
Well, it's like what the
My heart is gold, but my machine is platinum.
see softball. She knew that one.
Yeah, that was easy.
What was your high school yearbook quote?
It was Paris Hilton.
It was. If you don't say it, you have to drink. That's the rule.
Fuck. It's like life's hard, but like I like being pretty or something.
Kind of. The only rule is don't be boring and dress cute wherever you go. Life is too
Yes.
short to blend in.
I gotta drink.
You have to. What did you say that your go-to comfort food is?
Cheese pasta.
Yep. You did a little Valentine's Day corn-approved list for Extra TV in 2019. What are the three
Oh, shit.
options you gave people to be the goat on Valentine's Day?
Flowers.
No. Oh, yep. Roses specifically.
Okay. Chocolate
Yep. Or cheese pasta.
and a card.
No.
Wow.
They say diamond's a girl's best friend, but you said platinum beauty.
Oh, well, that company went down the shit.
Well, fuck them. All right. So in 2018, you played a game of MASH. I want to know if you remember.
this.
What
This is
type
my
of,
favorite one.
What type of house you were living in, with whom, how many children do you have, and what was your profession?
I was a garbage man.
No.
I wasn't?
Mm-mm. You said you were gonna be with a garbage man.
Oh,
So where were you living?
in a shack.
Yes. Who were you with?
Who was I with? Is it a
Yes.
celebrity?
Tis a celebrity.
Oh.
Don't you give her any hints.
He doesn't even know.
Well,
He
you
wasn't
think
there.
It's not Jonah Hill.
It's not Jonah Hill.
It's
Oh.
hilarious laugh.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is his name?
Stoner.
Oh my god. He's in fucking the Ends with Us or something.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I saw him at La Brea Bagel.
Seth Rogen.
Oh my god. What the fuck is his name?
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen. I know. I couldn't place
I could
his
say it was
name.
right on the tip of your tongue. How many children do you have?
7.
No one. Definitely have to drink. And your profession? Remember?
A seamstress?
A jeweler.
A jeweler?
Which-
I
You're
would
You're
have
a
never
jeweler
gotten
with
that.
one kid with Seth Rogen in a shack.
Which is hilarious. All right, last one of this one is, what was the dollar amount you admitted to racking up on a credit card in just 15 days?
14,000.
41,000.
Oh, I've switched up the numbers.
But close enough.
It's
All
been
right.
a long time since I've done that. I'm much better with spending now, everyone.
That's fucking impressive, babe. 15 days.
Yeah, no, it was not fun at the time. Everyone was very, very upset with me.
I'm sure. All right, we're going to play a little game of first thing that comes to mind. So I'm going to say something and you tell me the first thing that comes to mind when I say it.
Oh, I love this.
Your unplanned skit with Sacha Baron Cohen.
Fuck. I was like, fuck came to mind, but do I say fuck?
I remember when that came out, and I was like, "This is so cruel to this poor girl." Like,
I actually didn't have it that bad.
well, I'm just saying, like, maybe you handled
Yes,
it
it
well,
was
but
very
just like
scary.
putting somebody in this position where it's like, "Hey, we're gonna make you like look really influential and like do all this good stuff," and you're like, "Okay," and you're like, "Do this, do that," and you're like, "Okay." And, like, having-
I was so confused. I've never been so confused in my
You looked
life.
confused. You're like, what the fuck is going on?
I was like,
here?
but they're gonna know that like I wasn't in Ethiopia or where
What
was
was Ethiopia?
Africa curing Ebola or whatever the fuck.
All right, Ellen DeGeneres.
Ew.
Attack of the Amish.
I wasn't in that movie.
Why is it all
Why
across your
does everyone
IMDb?
think I'm in that movie? Am I in that movie?
What's the context?
It's a movie.
But why?
Yeah, but
Why-
why-
everyone asked me about it,
It's
and then
everywhere.
it says
so
that
wait,
I'm
if you Google it, it says that you were in it.
Yeah.
I'm not in that movie
Did you
unless
know that
they
she's not in
used
it?
my footage.
No, that's what I looked at.
No, it is everywhere.
4 separate websites, and it
Oh,
said all of
really?
it.
No,
That's
yeah,
what-
I don't understand why. I don't know why it says that
Hmm.
I'm in that. I'm so confused.
We have to do
IMDb,
some research.
get
You
on
know what?
that
I'm
shit.
gonna figure that out. But they could have used like some weird tape of me or something because I didn't know that I was in 80 for Brady, and everyone was like, "You're
You
in
were
80
for Brady?
Yeah, I had
Watched
no
on the
idea.
plane. Good movie.
I'm
Good
in.
movie.
I'm fully. My whole face is in there for like a whole minute.
Reboot camp. They renamed it.
Oh, it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Well,
Attack
why
of
didn't
the
anyone
Amish
tell
renamed
me?
it, yeah.
Ah,
Oh,
there
so you
go.
were in it. Okay,
I
good.
was in it. How
It was
bizarre.
a rename.
There we
Oh,
go.
it was a rename of a movie I did. Awkward.
A rename.
Had no idea.
That's the word that first comes to mind.
Yeah,
Nanny
awkward.
Nanny Raquel.
Oh, she's my girl.
There you go. 2011 music video, Zip and a double cup with 2 chains and Juicy J.
Crawl into a hole. My
Is it-
my like role was literally the crack whore.
Yeah, I saw it. I watched it.
Yep. No, it said the crack whore. And I was like, yes, I'm getting paid $900 to be a crack whore.
You're just like fucking drunk.
Yeah, they were like, just act like you're so fucked up. I'm like, don't worry, I am so good at this. I get fucked up all the time. I got this.
Got it.
And when I stood up and said hi to 2 Chainz, he's like, I thought you were fucked up. He's like, I thought you would like been drinking all day and you were just fucked up. And I was
love how
like,
you're
well,
holding
I
your
hope.
boobies.
I know. Well, also it's like I feel like my nipples like in this shirt. No one likes a puffy nipple. I always say that. You always
I-
gotta make sure they're hard. So give it a
so-
little pinch and we're ready.
I was a runway model for a very long time. And
I
we used to-
believe it.
We used to put, thank you, babe. We used to put ice on our nipples before going on the runway
Absolutely.
because nobody likes a puffy
Very
nipple.
uncomfortable for a guy. though.
Nobody likes. What?
It's like
Did I make you uncomfortable?
No. But it is where it's like you're talking to a woman, and as a man, you know, and it's like don't look at the nipple. don't look at the nipple. And you just
We
try your
want you to
hardest to-
look. If our nips are hard, take advantage
If
of the
they're out
moment
there,
and
that's
look
why
at
we
it.
put them out there
Unless
for a
you're
reason.
married to a gorgeous runway model. Then don't
hers,
ever look at
hers
it.
full go. But yeah, when you're out in public, just like, don't
Thank you,
look, don't
Tally.
look.
I got your back, girl.
I'm going to get you dating yucks and yums. I'm going to say something, you say yuck or yum. Group dates.
Buh.
Dick pics.
Ew.
The idea of being proposed to on national television.
Depends on the situation.
Okay. Men who wear jorts.
No, never. Yuck.
Splitting the check.
Never.
Dad jokes.
No.
All right, we got a couple more sections here. Okay,
You got
sex.
2 minutes too, baby. So you
That's
can
what I'm
do-
saying. Ever okay to have sex with an ex?
I'm guilty of it. Do I regret it after? Yes.
Do you agree with it?
Oh, do I agree with
Like,
it?
yeah,
Oh my
well, I mean-
God. That could have just been so easy. No.
Sex on a first date.
No.
Thoughts on a one night stand.
It happens.
Oldest person you've ever slept with.
42? 43?
It's not too bad. Youngest.
25.
Okay. Does size actually matter?
Yes.
Very concise.
I knew it.
Affirmative answers.
Yeah. This is
As
going
Chandler Bing would
smashingly.
say.
And I
May
love
he rest in peace.
how Corinne like acts the answer. It's perfect. It's like,
Yeah, there's
you
a lot,
want to create a snip for Instagram?
there's a lot of
we got 'em
force
all.
behind it.
Oh, yeah. I'm a walking meme.
All right, we're going to play Fuck, Marry, Kill. Ready?
Okay. This has gotten headlines before, so I'm going to be real careful because they said I wanted to kill Meryl Streep once, and that was just like
Who was the fuck Mar-
catastrophic
who
to
else
the
was in
world.
category?
It was like Meryl Streep. Who else was it?
I don't remember. I just remember.
And they were like, Corinne wants to kill Meryl Streep. And I was like, what?
All right, House of Villains. Omarosa and Fisa, is that her name?
Mhm.
And Tiffany Pollard.
I am going to marry Tiffany. I'm going to fuck Anfisa, and I'm going to kill Omarosa.
I knew that was going to be the answer. Past relationships. Scott Disick, Nick Vile, Jerry Morris.
Jeremy Morris? Oh. No, not ugh to him. Like, him and I
Ugh
are
to
on
the
great
question.
terms. It's just ugh to this question. This is just so hard.
I know. that's
I
what
guess
think.
I'll.
Go with your gut. Just go with
Okay,
your
I
gut.
guess I'll. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I'm scared. I
What's
plead
the
the fifth.
hesitation?
Does that
Between
make
who and who?
sense?
What? I didn't hear what you said.
She pleads the fifth.
You can plead the fifth.
What's
if
the
you want.
hesitation between who and doing what?
It's just I know that if I say something about one of these guys and I kill one of them, it's gonna be like a whole fucked up situation. They're gonna bother me about it and be annoying. So I'm just
The
gonna.
reaction was good in itself.
Yeah, we're just gonna love them, leave them alone.
Okay.
Love that. Celebrity couples. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Jeremy Allen White and Rosalia. And Kendall Jenner and Bad Bunny.
Well, Kendall Jenner and Bad Bunny broke up, so I'm going to kill them.
But did they actually break up, or is it just?
I think they did. I
that's
think. I
fine.
mean, that like strong on the think. I guess I'll marry
kill.
Travis and Taylor because that just seems like everybody loves them so much,
I'm their biggest
and it's
fan.
really like exciting for everybody. I don't know why it's different from any other like fun celebrity couple, but like great for them, love them. And I don't know the third couple.
Yeah, who's the third
Annalisa.
couple?
Jeremy Allen White is a fella from The Bear and Rosalia.
Oh.
Oh, we can
I
just
would-
like
I mean, I definitely.
Very
fuck them.
suspect that you have him in there.
Yeah, I think he's sexy.
Yeah. Interesting.
Anyway, let's move on to rapid fire, shall we?
Yes.
Okay.
If I did that, I would get in trouble.
Yeah,
but-
double standard. That's totally fine.
Yeah, if I had like some beautiful girl that I was like, oh, she's so hot.
Oh
on TV,
no.
Yeah.
No.
I'd be in trouble in a second.
See?
But the double standard lives on. It's
No,
fine.
it's because when a guy is thinking about it, they're like, "Oh, I want to fuck her." When we talk about it, it's purely just looks, and it's just like, "Oh, he's hot." But
It's
we're not like, "Oh, I'm
great
thinking about
reasoning.
his big juicy penis right now." When you guys are like,
great
"I
reasoning.
wonder what her tits look like."
That is honestly the best fucking argument I've
I
ever
bet.
heard for that.
You're
ever.
welcome,
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah, I love it. We're watching TV and she's like, that guy's really attractive. I'm like, yeah, that's good. oh, that girl's so hot.
No.
What?
Think about the verbiage though. I said that fella's really attractive. You're like, that girl's so fucking hot. Like you just.
Well,
you
now
sound
I
like a
change
fucking
my
caveman.
verbiage. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, she's very aesthetically pleasing, and you're like, oh, I know what you
You've
mean.
never said aesthetically pleasing in your entire life.
I know what you mean.
All right, so rapid fire. In a segment of Jimmy Kimmel, you were Jennifer Aniston's first pick of contestants. Out of all the women on Friends, Jennifer, Courtney, and Lisa, who would you give a rose to?
Out of all of her friends?
No, like on Friends. Jennifer, Courtney, Lisa.
Oh, I would give a rose to Jennifer because she chose me.
What was that like? Because that was
Ego.
before anything.
Oh
even
my
started.
God. My life was literally me. Everyone was like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's gotta be the coolest thing in the world. That's like
Biggest ego
Tom
boost.
Brady seeing like 50 men and being like, Joe, he's the one. He's the coolest guy. I'd be like, fucking hell, yeah. It's sick.
Yeah, it's great. That was crazy. That was honestly like my first moment where I was like, whoa, like shit's about to get a little bit real.
That's
Because
awesome.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry at all. Biggest misconception people have about you.
That I am mean. I'm not mean. I have such social anxiety. Like, if I'm not on camera, like, I am a nervous, like, weenie.
I could vouch for that because it's so interesting when you first meet somebody because we meet
Were
a
you
lot
like,
of our-
what the fuck is wrong with
No.
her? I like couldn't even
No,
look
no,
at you.
no,
I was like,
you-
hello.
well,
Am I good?
a lot of the times like we meet the guests like right now for the first time and it's like a feel out process. So it's like I felt not the nervousness, but it's like you're feeling us out. It's like, oh, like are they cool? Are they nice? Are they normal?
Yeah.
And now I feel like as we're at the end, it's like we're
I'm
just
right
shooting
at
the
home.
shit.
Yeah.
We made it feel comfortable, which is always nice. Metaphorical gun to your head. Which one would you choose? Pickles or corn?
How dare you?
I'm sorry, but I'm also not sorry at all.
Pickles.
Wow.
Me too.
Pickles all day. I had a full jar of, I finished a full jar of Cornichons from Trader Joe's, which those are the best
The
pickles.
best.
Go fucking get them. And then I was like, I like can't be done with this jar of pickles. And I started eating the stuff out of the bottom with a little spoon, which is like the little seeds and like, and then I drank the whole juice.
I was about to say, I drink the juice every day.
I
Why
drank
do
the
women love
entire
pickles?
jar of
It's
juice.
just delicious. I don't know why.
So wait, so with the whole corn thing, you don't like you tried to cook corn and you don't actually know how to cook corn. You
No,
don't like
it's just a
corn,
nickname.
Corn's
It's
a
a
nickname.
nickname.
Okay.
It's just a
'Cause you tried
nickname
to
'cause
cook
my
it
name's
on the
Corinne.
show, and people were like, "Why'd you try that? It wasn't good." Or
Wait, how'd you
something?"
know about that?
Oh, I do my research as well.
Wait, but I never spoke about that until today.
I found it. You cooked corn on one show, and people were like, "Right?
Did I? I cooked corn on House of Villains, but it
Okay.
never made air. The first time I ever spoke about it was
in the
today.
news."
It was in the news?
Mm-hmm.
Google yourself.
I hate Googling myself. Don't
Then
ever
don't.
fucking do it. My sister does it all the time, and I'm like, babe, and then she gets depressed, and I'm like, babe, if I read the fucking news about myself, like, I'd be
Oh, that's
depressed
funny.
too, but we don't
'Cause-
do that.
We obviously put the clips up, and someone commented something. So, what that person say about the clip we just posted about you? Oh, did you actually get raped? Which had nothing to do with the clip. And she's like, "Should I respond to him?" I was like, "No, don't respond to that stupid comment."
It's about
Yeah.
getting my cherry popped, and they were just like, "Wait, so did she get raped?" And I was like, "No." And
But I
was
think
like,
it's weird that
"Let's
you
stop
were like,
saying the
"Should I
R word."
respond to him?" I was like, "No, don't
No,
respond
just
to
to
him."
like, it was a chick. And
Yeah.
just be like, no, babe. we're
When I
good."
get drunk, though, sometimes I'll like answer like really funnily, like kind of witty on my Instagram to like captions. I mean, no, like comments on my photos. Like if people say something stupid, I'm like, I'll answer back. Just only when I'm drunk, though. So like if you get an answer back to a dumb comment, like I'm drunk. Leave me
That's
alone.
drunk. All right, 2 more questions. Does the amount of money that a man makes matter to you?
No.
If you could make one rule in this world that people had to abide by, what would it be and why?
Kill every bug that you see. Amen.
This has
Love it.
been so delightful, darling. Truly,
Thank
and I'd like to
you.
get to know you that little bit more. Can you just let the people know where to find you?
And what you're working on? I'm sure you're working on something.
Oh yes, I have a bunch of things coming. Can I talk about anything?
Whatever you can talk about.
I can't really talk about anything, but
Lots
you'll
of
see me
fun.
on TV again very soon. I'm very excited about some of the projects I have coming up. I do have a jewelry line called Aura Sugar Co., a vintage designer line called 1115 Vintage with my sister, and follow me at C Olympios on Snapchat, Instagram, and TikTok.
Amazing. Thank you, Corinne. And as you know, follow us. So look at one of our past episodes and subscribe. Thank you for watching.
Happy
See you
dating.
later. Happy dating.
Happy dating.